Good evening and welcome back to Zurich Hauptbahnhof. If you watched my last video, you'll know that I arrived here this morning on a NightJet sleeper from Berlin. I'm here to catch another sleeper, but first, welcome to Flights and Times. So tonight's sleeper is going to take me from here in Zurich, Switzerland, through Austria, through Slovenia, all the way to Zagreb in Croatia, where I'll get there about 20 to 11 tomorrow morning. So we've got 13, 14 hours on board this sleeper, so it's going to be a long one. It's sold by NightJet. It's not a NightJet branded service. It's a EuroNight service, EN as the prefix rather than NJ. But yeah, I bought my ticket through NightJet. NightJet sell it and advertise Zagreb as one of their destinations. So it'll be interesting to see how tonight compares to last night. So yeah, I'm going to go and pick up my luggage, etc., and I will see you on the platform. So it's about 40 minutes before departure and our platform has been announced, platform 8 tonight, which is actually the booked platform. So we'll see whether, unlike my previous two trips, we end up going off the booked platform. But anyway, the sleeper train is made up of two parts. There's a part that goes to Graz and a part that goes to Zagreb. Essentially we run as a complete train to Innsbruck, get there just after midnight, half midnight-ish I think, and the train's divided there, with our part carrying on east and the other part continuing within Austria. So yeah, that's how this train's made up. I'm down at Zone B, Zone C. I'm probably going to head down to Zone C because that's where it said the Zagreb portion was from, and I'll also be able to see the lead-in loco. So yeah, let's see what we're going to have. So yeah, I'll see you on board. So, welcome to the room on board a Croatian sleeper carriage. A bit different to the NightJet one last night. Got the bed again, excuse my stuff, and again can have up to 3 in it. Second bunk folded away, third bunk fixed tonight. Got a bin and a sink, mirror, razor charger, 2 other sockets down here, intercom, various hooks. What I assume is the lighting control panel, a bit more up there, more controls, etc. Plenty of storage up there, and the extra pillows that I might well need again, and a window to see the views of the dark. So yeah, that's it. Welcome to my sleeper carriage. just departed Zurich 2 minutes late at 19:42. I thought I was going to miss the departure shot as the sleeping car attendant came round to take my ticket just at departure time, but the 2 minute delay helped me out. So, journey tonight, go through 5 countries, start here in Switzerland, pass through Liechtenstein, Austria, Slovenia, and then finally Croatia in the morning. So yeah, I'm all settled in for the journey. So a couple of other little bits I forgot to mention. There is no toilet in this room on this sleeper. There are 2 at the end of the corridor, which is just outside my room as I'm at one end of this carriage. There's just a sink in this room and no options to upgrade to anything more than that on this service. Breakfast wise, the attendant, when he came around to take tickets, just took a drinks order, so we'll see what turns up in the morning. But whatever it is, I've got coffee with it, hopefully. More successful than this morning. And yeah, no Wi-Fi as would be expected. And yeah, that's about it. So yeah, we'll see what goes on during the journey before I settle down, and I assume I will see you in the morning in Slovenia. So we're at our first station, Bucks, which is the last station in Switzerland before we go into Liechtenstein, Austria. Looking at the OBB journey planner, only shows this as a 1 minute stop, nothing untoward with that, boarding only. However, we arrived an hour before our departure time, whereas the next station in Austria, I can't pronounce without looking at it, has like half an hour shown arrival and departure. Here, doesn't show anything like that, but we arrived an hour early. And we've just had the police come round to do passport check. So it's clearly all planned, but this train is entirely within the Schengen zone, so I'm confused as to why I've had my passport checked. It wasn't stamped or anything, just checked, so unsure. But yeah, so that's happened at Bucks. So, further update from Bucks. We should have left here about 10 or so minutes ago. And we haven't, so I just thought I'd go online to check and see if I had an email again from OBB, NightJet, giving me an update, or at least telling me that there's been a change. I need to go on the website to see the update. Due to a rescue operation between here and Feldkirch, the station in Austria, the other side of Liechtenstein, no trains can operate between the two at the moment, so it seems that we're here for a while. I was going to kind of stay up until we got to Feldkirch and just see what happened there, but I'm going to get ready for bed and then we'll see what happens. So I might see you in a bit. I might see you tomorrow morning. Slovenia. It's just gone 8 AM. Been awake for about an hour now, just watching daylight appear. Yeah, we're still running about 20 minutes late. The delay booked last night was an hour and 45, so we've recovered quite well. And looking at it, we've got another 20 minutes booked at Ljubljana, so pretty much on time after leaving the Slovenian capital. Reasonable night's sleep. Me and my sheet had a fight. My one comment is that the sheet isn't secured in any way, so any tossing and turning. At one point in the night I just woke up and the sheet was completely on the floor, so yeah. Other than that, reasonably comfy. A bit juddery because I'm seemingly over one of the bogies, so very bouncy at times. But yeah, so we're in Slovenia. I'm going to put up some clips of the scenery, and I will report back later. So we're just departing Ljubljana station. We were actually later than I thought we were. We're about 35 minutes late, but we had 20 minutes booked here and we've been here for a minute or two. So we're now, I think, leaving 15 minutes late. So not bad going from an hour and 45 delay, but helps us a lot of time in the schedule. Did just pass on the approach the Railway Museum at Ljubljana that Beth and I visited when we visited Ljubljana a few years ago. I can't remember what year now, but a lot longer ago than I probably think it is. But it's well worth a visit, that museum, if you're ever in Slovenia. So breakfast time. I've got my coffee, I've got a bread roll of sorts, a filled croissant, an orange juice, some cherry jam, oh no, rose hip fruit, and some butter. So yeah, rather basic sleeper breakfast. So the delay has slipped a little bit again. We're now 25-30 minutes late. We've just passed Krško, the penultimate station in Slovenia. So we've got one more in Slovenia, then we cross the border, and Zagreb, our final stop. Breakfast was alright, fairly basic. It's interesting because, as I said before, this service is sold by NightJet and kind of marketed kind of as NightJet. However, it is very different to the service last night on board NightJet. This is EuroNight. The sleepers are Croatian Railways. So yeah, it is very different to NightJet, and it's a bit weird because I would have thought that NightJet would be a bit worried about this difference in service detracting from their brand, but clearly not. But yeah, we've got, I don't know, 35-40 minutes left of the journey, I think. So I'll give you my final thoughts when we get into Zagreb. So made it to Zagreb. It's cold and snowing, so I'll wrap this up fairly quickly. Overall good journey. Comments we previously said all stand. I managed to quickly see the fourth loco that took us, the Croatian loco. It just brought us over the border, depart. But yeah, all in all a good journey. A bit more traditional, cheaper European sleepers that you imagine, as opposed to NightJet. It's a bit more polished. So yeah, thanks for watching. Goodbye.